All right, the only unbeaten team in college basketball, the Houston Cougars. They go to take on the Clonies and Ames, 14-0. We saw a team get to 15-0 last night. That was Michigan. Early in this game, Iowa State's up 12-0. Trey King, good pass from Hassan Ward, and Calvin Sampson clearly not thrilled at all. Emmanuel Sharp, all three of these in Houston, has fought back because they're a bunch of fighters. Taman Lipsey on the drive, beautiful little scoop, and that beats the first half clock. First time this season Houston has trailed at the half. They trail by 10, but you know, as I say, this is a team of fighters. They will continue to battle. There's the alley-oop to Hassan Ward, and Iowa State's lead is 8. Houston down 7. Sharp bottoms, and it's a 4-point game. Few possessions later, Jamal Shead challenges the floater. Love this guy's game. He's everything that Houston's all about. And just like that, we're tied at 41 apiece. Houston trails by 1. Shead puts them ahead. Remember, they were down 14-0? That's long gone. They now lead following Iowa State possession. We get down to winning time. King finds Jones. Cyclones back up by 1. A minute to go in the game. Tied at 53 after Shead hits that jumper. All right, what are we going to draw up? How about the freshman, Milan Momcilovic? Baseline, regulate. That's a bit ambitious. That was a bit ambitious. But he hits a contested fadeaway 3 early in the shot clock. Is that what you wanted? It's what you got, and it worked. 2-point lead on the other end. They go for the lead on an L.J. Cryer 3 that misses pretty much everything. Iowa State makes some free throws and get their 8th win over the AP top 2 team in program history. Houston was the last unbeaten in the nation. They lose their road opener, and their last 5 seasons in the American.
Who's in it?
The real ones remember that. They played 3 games against AP-ranked opponents. They have 7 remaining games on the schedule this season. 2 of those teams that they'll face later in the season are Baylor and BYU, who faced off tonight. So clearly you joined the Big 12, and there's going to be a steeper hill to climb. Number 1 on the road in trouble as well. We'll get to that in just a moment. All right, we saw number 2 lose on the road, number 1 on the road, and they're visiting Lincoln and Corn.
Watch out.
They're better than they've been in recent years by a lot. Zach Edey struggled to find open looks and got into a bit of foul trouble. After the second, Edey went to the bench with 3.5 minutes remaining and had just 2 points in the first half. Keisei Tominaga, one of the great shooters in the land. And the Cornhuskers are up by 1. Do it again. You don't have to ask this dude to shoot. I love his enthusiasm. And again, he's not just enthusiastic, he's a hell of a shooter. They've got the lead. There's Sam Hoiberg, son of coach. Steal, layup, blink of an eye. Nebraska leads by 6. They're now up 9. Hoiberg, scoop with the left. And with Edey on the bench, Nebraska goes on a run, 14-2 run. They've got an 11-point lead at the half. Second half, Purdue got within 1. C.J. Wiltshire, square shoulders, splappa. The lead pushed to 8. Ensuing Purdue possession, Hoiberg again. Pesky, headband. Steal, layup, good. And the lead back to double digits. Boilers aren't going to go away. Camden Heide misses a 3. Edey called for a foul over the back. The frustration builds. Tominaga again. Eye hole. The lead's 10. Man, they were ready to go wild in Lincoln tonight. Give me that. They get the block of Edey. That's Bryce Williams. And they're just waiting. Steve described it as mayhem.
Look at this.
Mayhem. Look at the Cornhuskers. 16-point win as they move to 3-2 in the Big Ten. They've got a win over Michigan State, who I know has had a weird resume this year, and now over number 1. Purdue falls again as the number 1 team in the land. It's now the 5th time they've lost as a top-ranked team against an unranked opponent over the last decade. That's the most by any team in the land. Behind them, Duke with 4 and Villanova with 3. Now, Purdue is like the college team version of James Harden. And what I mean by that is it almost doesn't matter what happens in the regular season. Everyone is going to hold past postseason results against them. And yes, the Boilers have some brutal outs to a 16, a 15, and a 13 the last 3 NCAA tournament appearances. I don't think that's going to happen this year. Take what happened tonight and just flush it. They're still too balanced, they're still too talented, and every team is going to lose conference games on the road, just like Houston did tonight. The bigger point to make here isn't about Purdue. I'm not worried about them. The bigger point to make is about the mayor. Coach Hoiberg's team is the best one he has had at Nebraska. They look like they should be an NCAA tournament team, especially the way they played tonight.